Tonight, on 60 Minutes, we explore what it meant to be fabulous in the 1920s and how it has evolved today. The 20s were a time when America was creating an identity for itself. We vividly remember the roaring 20s for jazz music, the years of alcohol consumption, and the emergence of new social behaviors. With us here today, we have Jay Gatsby of West Egg, New York. He's here to showcase his lavish lifestyle and inform us on what it means to live a fabulous life. A round of applause for Jay. Nice to see you, Mr. Gatsby.
Thank you, everybody, and hello. Thank you for the warm welcome, Carl, old sport.
So tell me, Jay, how does one get their start to a fabulous lifestyle similar to the one you're enjoying right now?
It's not easy. I grew up to a very poor family in the Midwest, and when I was about 17, I was working on the shores of Lake Superior as a clam digger. I met a man on his yacht. It was a very extravagant yacht, named Dan Cody. He has made his fortune in the rushes of precious metals in Nevada and Montana. He took me under his wing and made me his personal assistant, and I did jobs of all assortments. After I went off to the war, I returned a hero, but a very poor one at that. When I was lucky enough to make some serious money in New York. I've had good luck financially, and I've worked my way to the top through perseverance in my pursuit of the American dream.
So, Mr. Gatsby, what was it like to be a fabulous man living during the 1920s? And would you consider yourself fabulous?
The 1920s were a period of immortality, and many people believe that the sentiments of the 1920s would never die out. People seemed more careless with their money, and today, looking back at the roaring 20s, it is very evident in the lifestyle. Myself included, I would flaunt my money. My Rolls Royce, for example, became a shepherding bus between very extravagant parties. And at this point in my life, looking back, yes, I would consider myself fabulous. I've built myself up from nothing, and through perseverance and hard work, I've elevated myself to the highest level of social status. And I would even consider myself, I would go as far as to say that I am more fabulous than people who have lucked into their money and just inherited it.
Wow, Mr. Gatsby, that is an impressive and very intriguing resume.
Thank you.
Some would say you really are living the American dream. Is this true?
Yes, I am. I would consider myself one of the lucky ones, considering where I started out and where I am now.
For our audience and viewers, would you please describe or explain what the American dream means to you?
To use your word, fabulousness and the American dream, I would say that they are one and the same. It's all about personal happiness, whether it's material goods like money or immaterial possessions. And no matter what it is, I believe that everybody is capable of achieving it through hard work and perseverance. All you need is a push in the right direction.
And what was your push? What gave you your start?
So I told you about Dan Cody, yes? I saw his money and how he flaunted it with pride, and it sparked my motivation to go out and achieve the same social status as him.
So, given your answers, would you mind taking some questions from the audience about what it means to be fabulous?
Of course, old sport.
All right, here today we have Bree.
Hi, Mr. Gatsby.
Hello.
Mr. Gatsby, living around in this area, I am constantly hearing about these extravagant parties that you throw every single Friday night. Your friend Nick told me he was one of the few guests who was actually invited to your parties.
It's true.
Would you say that all these gatherings contribute to your fabulousness?
I have a gorgeous shorefront house right on the beach, and I personally feel like I should share that with others. Why not? And I will be the first to admit that in my massive estate, it gets very lonely at times. I feel like it's nice to surround myself with people who like to have a good time, and everyone's willing to smile and laugh. So yes, it would contribute to my fabulousness, to answer your question.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next we have Mr. Sanderson.
Hello, Mr. Gatsby. It's great
Nice
to
to
finally
meet you,
speak
sir.
to you. I've always wanted to ask you, would you say that being fabulous today is the same as being fabulous in the 1920s?
In the 1920s, being fabulous was about how much money you had and your social status, and that really hasn't changed that much today. It's all about the money and how you display, whether it's your car, your house, or even your wife. However, I would like to argue that it is not necessarily money that only makes you fabulous. There are various actions of charity and things where you go out and do something for the benefit of others rather than for yourself that could make someone fabulous. But the definition has not strayed far from that of its earlier predecessor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Interesting question.
Thank you.
Next we have Miss Sarah Vesey. Sarah, come to the screen.
So, Mr. Gatsby, we've heard many rumors about you and your mysterious past. Do you think that these particular rumors contribute to your fabulousness? I've even heard that one time you killed a man who had found out that you were the nephew to von Hindenburg and second cousin to the devil.
Well, I can tell you that the majority of these rumors are not true, and I have never killed a man, just to assure everyone in the audience. Given the nature of the business I'm involved in, I shall not share it with the crowd, but I would understand why some people have their suspicions. I would like to assure you that I have nothing bad to hide. My past is an open book for all of you who are willing to read it. To leave you with a lasting memory of me, though, in this episode, I would like to assure you and promise you that to be fabulous, everyone is capable of it. All you have to do is go out and achieve it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure to have you on the show, Mr. Gatsby. I'm sure all of us have learned some useful information today, and that we can integrate into all of our lives. Tune in to 60 Minutes next week as we debate whether it's important to be a realist or a dreamer. Thanks for watching, and good night.